experiences come to us, they can be very uncomfortable, they can be very disruptive, and they're going to hit those points that are painful. But rather than run from them, rather than allow your typical operating system to come into play, make a new choice. How unresolved trauma, pain, heartbreak, betrayal, abandonment is what is keeping you from allowing the things that you're really working hard to create in your life. The business, the relationships, the health, the money, the love, the freedom, the happiness, the joy. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Maybe not. Oh, Kellyanne. You see, the thing is, I was driving in my car, which is a portal in itself, and I just started getting this download, and I want to share it. I mean, I did bring all my things, which is a computer and a journal. I actually use a bullet journal. Bullet journal, check it out. It's amazing because it's everything in one notebook. I am one that has stacks of yellow notepads with all these ideas and downloads, and I'd get the inspiration and I'd get the idea. I feel weird that you can't see my head. And I get the idea, and then I'd write it in these yellow notebooks, and then I would never go back to them. So with this bullet journal, it has my calendar in it. It has my calendar in it. I do my journaling in there. I download my ideas in there, and it's all in one space. So when I'm, I don't know, running out to, I'll bring my bullet journal with me on a hike. I will bring it with me to the pool. I'll bring it with me to a cafe. And then this way, if I'm needing to do something around, booking appointments, or, I want to bring some format to the courses I'm creating or the program, it's all in one space. And with the bullet journal, the pages are numbered. Let me give that a second to pop in. The pages are numbered, and then at the beginning of the bullet journal, you create McCoy uses, yeah, it's really great. I love it. And hi, Karina. And then in the beginning, so it has all the pages, and you can write in an index of so if you're like, oh, what was that idea that I had about that, course or program or whatever, you just go to that page. So I love it. So what is my point to all of that? Oh, I don't know, but I started to get this download, and I actually had a conversation yesterday in regards to this about how past trauma, pain, heartbreak, abandonment, these experiences that we have through our childhood, our adolescence, teenage years, adulthood, it's a part of your evolution. And what happens is that, let me see where to start with this. It's like when you're attempting to create a next level experience in your life. So whether it's wanting to attract a romantic partnership, or bringing your business out into the world, your message, your art, your healing out into the world, or if you're ready to have that next level income, right? So many people say, oh, I want more money. Yeah, but what does that really mean for you? Right? Because if it's coming from any of the things that I'm talking about, so take what it is that you've been banging your head against, where you've been going in loops on, where you've not been able to catalyst forward. Take whatever that is and insert it into this conversation for yourself. And my intention, as always, I'm going to sneeze. Woo! There's a lot of energy moving through. My intention with all of these transmissions that I share is that you receive an energetic experience of it as well. Because the point to all of the evolution and change that you actually seeking, it needs to come from the mind, the body, and the spirit. When you're just trying to, take all of the actions but not having the energetic alignment, that's one of the ways that you can be, hitting up against financial goals and then bringing yourself down, right? You make so much money and then the car breaks down. You bring in so much money and then I don't know, you need a water heater, whatever, right? Something comes up where that money has to go somewhere, right? It's really about, is your consciousness aligned with having the experience of more money, right? Or have you been conditioned? Do you have underlying beliefs that are in your system that say money is bad, people have money are bad, money doesn't grow on trees, it shouldn't be easy for you, work hard, then you have to work hard to get the money. And I'm not saying that working hard is a bad thing or anything. I'm just saying that there are other ways and alternatives. So let me start from where an understanding that when we have these traumatic experiences and you don't have so let's say you have a traumatic experience, you have a painful experience, whether it's childhood, from anywhere from childhood abuse, not being chosen on the playground, being isolated in school, not being a part of a community, having someone you really love cheat on you, or someone that that you feel like should love you but has abandoned you. What we do is we go into the survival mode, right? Fight, flight, or freeze, right? You're in a situation that feels painful and there's something that you're going to need to do about it. So that's the action piece. But what happens is on the nervous system and the energetic level is that energy gets locked into your being, right? So when you go right into the survival aspect, taking care of business, doing the thing, getting yourself out of the situation, and not resolving the schism that happens in your energy body, you're going to see that repeat itself in your life experiences, because your life experiences unfold in order to help you to see what it is that you're holding on to as far as your beliefs about whatever experience that you're feeling stuck in. What are your beliefs about love, relationship, other people, money, business, sharing your message? It's so, when I'm working with empathic entrepreneurs and sensitive leaders, one of the first things that come up that keep them from, they do all the things, but then it's sabotage shows up, or distractions show up, or drama, diverts them. And what's really underlying are some like fears of annihilation, fears of, what people will think and say, fears of it failing. And that's just all, old stuff that's likely not even yours. And this is what I'm talking about, like going beyond the mindset, right? You guys know I'm all about hashtag unfuck your mind. But then we got to go a little bit deeper in understanding, like, where am I still holding the energy in my system? So what happens is that as you're going to do that next level experience, put yourself out there for love, for money, for whatever it is, business, sharing your art, sharing your message, doing the thing that is outside of your norm, your system is going to click in. That system where you store the energy of the unresolved pain and trauma and betrayal and heartbreak is going to kick in. And likely you've created automatic operating systems and mechanisms in order to actually protect you from having that pain again. See, the thing is that going outside your comfort zone is going to trigger similar energetics inside your system that will feel like you're going to hurt yourself again, or you're going to be in some kind of danger, or it's going to trigger feelings of not safety, or it's going to trigger the fear of having your heart broken again, or the pain of what it felt like to, not have the outcome or success that you desired. I need a sip of my coffee. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down so far? So, there's a moth here. Hopefully it comes up. Let me invite it into the camera. No, it's like, no, it's a little shy. I did an Instagram story this morning. Oh, I got a cough. Hold on. Woohoo! Something is coming through. Instagram story this morning, and a fly was on the window. So I was sharing about how my dad comes through as these fluttering, flying things, not only with myself, but even people inside my community. So that's fun to see show up. There's clearing happening in the throat. Hold on. Okay. So when you're about to do the thing that is new, that is outside the comfort, that you don't know if it's going to work out or not. I see so many people, stuck in analysis paralysis, needing to know if it's going to work out, needing to have everything in place before you take the step, needing to, know that it's going to succeed before you even do anything. And that is just one big cluster block and keeping you stuck and stagnant. I've shared this before. It's like, going into the movie, already knowing the ending. What is the joy in watching the movie then? What is the adventure in having the experience of seeing the story unfold? Can you let life unfold in front of you? Could you let go of the thing? Did you guys just see that? That was the moth. Could you let go of the thing? Did you guys just see that? That was the moth. It flew into the camera. I love it. Can you allow yourself to let energy serve you? Do whatever is necessary and required for you to let go of the grips that are keeping you, white knuckled to the experience, to this safety mechanism, this analysis paralysis, these stories and narratives about having trauma and blocks. That in itself is a block. I speak about it because I know this is what you can relate to. And I know that was my experience. It's the only thing that I could see was my past and the pain and the patterns and the programs and conditions that were still playing out in my life. Right. And so for the beginning, it's like, all right, we went into those to dissolve them and dissect them and understand them. And where we are right now in this experience of evolution and this journey of this life experience, is the way that I see it is the integration of the essence that you are, whether you want to call it your God self, whether you want to see yourself as the universe, as your higher self, as your soul, however you want to see it. There's an integration of what you can't see, but is part of your essence, that in the integration of the experience in this human journey is way more potent, palpable, fun, fulfilling when that integration is part of your experience. Now, I talk about integration because so what happens is, I'm trying to hold this, but I need to talk with my hands. As you are asking for that next level experience, what's happening is the energy and consciousness that is a match to that experience comes into your life, and it wants to integrate into your being, and it's going to shake up the old stuff. It's going to naturally pull up what's not serving you, what's in your way, the beliefs, the stories, the patterns, the programs. How to move through it is to not get involved with the emotion, to not get attached to the narrative, because what is happening to trigger inside of you what needs to be released, like, don't get caught up in the drama of it, the story of it. The experience is actually a guide to bring you inside you. I love how the sun is like playing. I can't wait to lay in it. And so don't get caught up in the narrative. Don't get caught up in the story. Don't get caught up in the emotion. It's about tuning inside you and being present with the energy and the sensations, allowing the density to move out of you, to allow it to release. And sometimes these experiences come to us, they can be very uncomfortable, they can be very disruptive, and they're going to hit those points that are painful. But rather than run from them, rather than allow your typical operating system to come into play, make a new choice to be present with the sensations that are moving through your body, which is going to mean it's not going to be convenient. It's not going to come at a time where it's convenient. In fact, the more that you allow, and this is what I found, the more that I've allowed it to be what it is and not have any stories about my experience, it's almost like this integration experience is like, and allowing the energies to do their thing. It's, I've not given birth, but I've been present to a couple of them and pregnancies. It's like pregnancy and birth. As this energy is like integrating, so we'll say the pregnancy, right? The conception is your idea, is your desire, is your choice for more, better, and different. The process of that 9 months is the experiences, the life showing up and reflecting back to you where you are aligned with your mind, with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with your energy, with your consciousness. Like, are you tuned into, if you're not tuned into the frequency of feeling worthy of love, feeling, free to receive and allow the partnership, the clients, the house you say you desire, the relationship you say you desire. Life is going to bring you those experiences to shake things up for you to come into alignment. And the things that are getting shaken up are the things that you've been carrying under the surface. So it's not about needing to dive in and find what's in the way. It's about moving forward, making those choices through the birth process, being present to the pregnancy process, being present to what's coming up, staying out of the stories and the emotions and being present with the sensations and allowing it to do its thing. If you can imagine, it's almost like taking a V8 engine and putting it into a car that had 4 cylinders, right? It's quite a upgrade, and it's going to take some adjusting, right? And sometimes the actual integration of energies into your being, right? The birth process, the birth having, the desired outcomes and feelings come to be, magnetize them to you, takes the time that it takes. What's required is your willingness. What's required is your presence. What's required is those things that I've already listed, right? Not getting caught in the narrative, not getting caught up in emotion, and being present to the energy. I'm just tuning in to see what more wants to come through around this, because it's You can let it be easy. It is simple, but it's not always easy. It's really only hard when you're resisting it. It's hard when you're getting caught up in the story. And I get it. It's easy to get caught up in the story because of some of the mechanisms that I said, is that when you hold the energy of the pain, the trauma, the past, the hurt, the betrayal, the abandonment in your field, your system will see that as something that's dangerous, and it will want to go into your mind to start to figure out ways how to survive it. But you can actually, not everything needs to be processed. And when you move into the sensations, it'll feel uncomfortable. The parts that are of you that are about to be dissolved and transmuted and upgraded and released will fight to hang on, because the mechanisms that you created to survive, the behaviors, the patterns that you've created to survive are being like, hey, hold on. This is, be careful. And you have to make the choices to move through that and allow the energetic experience to integrate into your being. Okay, so so as a collective, a lot of us are moving through this experience of integration, the great awakening, the remembering of who you really are, tapping into more of who you are beyond the six senses, your superpowers, your clairvoyance, your knowing, your intuition. And there is in your system, your physical system. So remember, mind, body, spirit, we need to work on all of these levels in order for the next level experience for you to have. In your physical body, there's a system called the endocannabinoid system. This system, again, do your research. This is how I see it from a metaphysical perspective, energy worker, and facilitator of the work that I do, is your endocannabinoid system is actually the system underneath all of your systems. It's the way that I see it is your communication system to not only your nervous system and your digestive system and whatnot, but to your psychic genius, to your higher self, to your, God self, the essence, to the universe as a whole. For you to be able to tap into and be able to read your own energy fields is this endocannabinoid system. Now, this endocannabinoid system is also affected when we have these experiences of trauma, pain, betrayal, because what it does is the nervous system response can turn on all of these alert systems and open up all these doors, and then all of these doors stay open as you're moving through life. And these doors are those operating systems that are actually keeping out what you say that you want to have, or try to block you from having the pain again. But what it's actually doing is blocking all of the flow. And when you actually get to the core of the endocannabinoid system, and bring that into balance, and we could do this supplementally. I do this in the work that I do with my clients. When you bring your endocannabinoid system into balance and those doors start shutting, it's one of the ways that you start to open up to more of who you are, more of your own communication system through your whole being able to understand and see life from fuller perspectives of through energy, through consciousness, through your superpowers, through your intuition and gut knowing, right? The last thing that's coming through is your gut. Two more things are coming through. Your gut is also referred to as your second brain, your second mind. And when there's an imbalance in your gut, and one of the things that I do in my work is I can identify like what's off. And when we do the energy work, when we do the consciousness work, your body starts to heal and shift and come into balance naturally, so that you're not actually fighting for the things outside of you to resolve you. It's like when you get to the core of what's really happening, because your body's a manifestation of your subconscious mind. When you get to the core of what is actually throwing things off balance, everything else can come into alignment and naturally heal. I think about some clients that have, stomach issues, and the fear of actually facing what is creating that is what stops them from doing the work of like allowing. It's like I'm thinking of some people in particular is where it's like their past is actually like eating them alive inside, and causing uh you know digestive elimination imbalances inside the gut. And it's really not as scary, and you don't have to re-traumatize yourself in order to resolve what's going on in your life, whether it's physically, emotionally, energetically. When you get to the core of what's happening, your life starts to shift around you, because like I said at the beginning of this video, is that what I think I said it what is going on outside of you, what you see and what you perceive, is coming from within you. When you make the adjustments within you, your body, your life reflects that. And so why I'm talking about the stomach right now is that when it's like your second brain. And that's part of what actually keeps people in mind fuckery, is because there's so much going on in your stomach and your digestion that it actually is hard to get out of your mind. It's hard to shift your beliefs. It's hard to shift your thoughts because of actually what's going on in your stomach. And the last thing that's coming through is about your heart. Your heart is a potent, energetic center that I see it as, even beyond, this is, part of working with those deeper levels in your system. Your heart is a potent, energetic space that I see and have experienced and know to be true, that you actually magnetize, manifest, attract. I prefer magnetize because manifest is, it's just, there's a lot of energy around that. That's not helpful or supportive to your life experience. Your heart is the thing that pulls in and draws you to match up to what it is that you say that you want for yourself. And so to tie this all together, when we have past pain, when we have past trauma, when we have heartbreak and betrayal, those walls go up around your heart. When you haven't resolved the energy of what is being held within, the life will bring you those experiences to help you trigger it and release it. But this is where people keep their walls up and they get caught up in the stories and the dramas and the emotions, and that just continues to, put bricks on the wall. And so if you're finding that you've been hitting walls in your business, in your money, in your love, in your health, there's an opportunity for you to really go in and take a look at, what do I believe about what I'm seeing in front of me? What is that I really want to choose for myself in my life? And when I feel into having that choice already in my experience, what do I notice? What do I feel? Right? Because initially fear may come up, and that's great. So because then you can recognize, okay, I'm now consciously aware that I've got fear energy running through my body. Where is it? Use your breath, use movement, get into nature. Be present with it. It's not about like getting rid of it. Being present with it. What does it want you to know? Because really, sometimes underneath that fear is excitement. Sometimes fear and excitement are the same energy. And it's just an invitation for you to get present to what it really is for you. There's a fly on my camera right now. Hi. Oh, I love it. When you're, operating from that energetic frequency, from that heart resonance, it's like, this process I just shared with you right now is about, you know, moving forward towards the thing that you want and allowing what's in the surface, what's under the surface, to just rise up with ease. You making a choice, right? Tuning in and choosing where you want to go. So remember, wherever your GPS is pointed is where you're going to head. So if you're looking for the pain, if you're looking for the reasons for betrayal, if you're looking for, why can't I make that money? You're kind of always going to be in that, like, that's 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 the old way. The new way is forward. What is it that I want to experience? How does it feel? Doing the inner work that is required to release the density and allow more of who you are to integrate into your being and have the full-on superhuman experience on this physical plane. Forward. And it's in your heart. You can make big magic in your life. A lot of, once it's like, it doesn't have to take a long time to allow what's been in the way to get out of the way, to get into that space of consciously and intentionally creating your experiences. The mind fuckery and the imbalances and the walls will tell you that it won't work. It's going to have to take a long time. It's too late to start over. I've missed all of my opportunities. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Choose. And let the world and life and the universe wildly surprise you with what happens when you move forward and work with what rises up: energy, mind, body. I'm going to leave it at that.